Guys, did you see? First of all, good morning, everybody. Did you all see Korra Obidi's new video? The one where she's making a breakfast wrap and she's got on that white coat and the hood is over her head? You only dress like that if it's very cold, okay? Because what she got on is looks to me like a bomber coat, very thick winterized coat. So I'm wondering, is that apartment cold? Now, Corey is making enough money to pay that heating bill. What's going on with that, folks? That was kind of alarming to me that she is in that apartment with a winterized coat with a hoodie over her head. That only signals one thing to me, and I hope my thinking is not true, that that apartment don't have no type of heat. But she's in LA. Isn't LA supposed to be kind of good weather? So I don't understand what's up with that. I know she got enough money to pay that heating bill. And if the heat, something is wrong with the heat, then she can't have those kids there, you know? And let me tell you, her ex-husband is looking at all those things because he's gonna, let me pull up the weather in LA right now. Let me pull up the weather in Los Angeles. What is the weather in Los Angeles right now? It's supposed to be like 63 degrees right now in LA. But I guess for some people, that's very cold. For me, it's comfortable. I love when it's 60 something degrees because that's like an Indian summer to me. So if it's cold in LA right now and she got on a coat in the house with a hoodie over her head, allegedly, she don't have no heat in the house. If she don't have no heat, how are those kids staying in the house with no heat? Or maybe this is the weekend when they're with their father. But when they come back, I would hope that there's heat in that house if there's no heat. This is all alleged. Or maybe something is wrong with the furnace. Maybe the landlord needs to come fix the furnace. I don't know, folks, but it's kind of alarming to me. But Cora got to be very careful because all those things her ex-husband is taking note of, okay? He takes note of every little detail that goes on in her life. Like if he is Cora's police probational officer. Like if he got to keep track of her every move. He will not allow this young woman to move on with her life. But what I got to say to Cora is that any little thing that you find that this man can use against you in a court of law, don't get on national TV and demonstrate or, just put it out there. Now, if you know there's no heat in that apartment, this is all alleged, you have no business on social media. Take a little break sometimes. If you know something is not quite right and you get on social media and all your haters are going to come against you and they're going to inform Justin Dean and he might see the video, then don't come on social media with those type of information for him to use against you in a court of law. You had no business coming on social media with that heavy coat and the hoodie over your head, which indicates and signals to a lot of people you ain't got no heat in that apartment. Either that, or you didn't put the heat on, or the furnace is broken, or you didn't pay the heating bill. You get cold easily. But either case, whatever the case may be, the apartment is cold. That's why you got on that big bomber coat. And if that's the case, then that signals to a lot of people that those kids should not be in that cold apartment if they're there. Maybe it's their weekend to be with their father. Who knows? But all I'm saying is don't put that information out there for this man to have any more ammunition on you because you know every little thing is being scrutinized. And if that's the case, that is going to be used against you. The man can always say, Justin Dean can always say that you're keeping his kids in a cold apartment. That's why he wants sole custody. All those things, Cora, got to be mindful of. You got to look at what you're putting out there also when people are coming after you like Justin Dean, what are you putting out there? What ammunition are you giving him for him to further put fuel to the fire and come after you? Now, you may have heat in your apartment and you may choose not to put on the heat for whatever reason. But the point is, you are fighting with your ex-husband over these children, custody over these children. He wants sole custody. And you agreed to joint custody. But he is so nasty towards you and is so bent on destroying your life. You got to cross your T's and dot your I's when it comes to him. Don't give him any ammunition. Korra did say it's very cold. She didn't say the heat was on. So I'm thinking the furnace is not working. Or she's just one of those people who get very, very cold, even if the heat is on. Because some people are like that. They turn the heat all the way up and they still got to dress like if they're in Siberia. Okay? I had a sister like that, but she suffered with sickle cell anemia. So I'm just perplexed as to why Korra didn't turn on the heat. What's wrong with the heat? Maybe the heat is out. Maybe the furnace is out. Maybe the heating bill is not paid. All kind of stuff is running through my mind because I don't understand. It's 63 degrees and she dressed in a bomber jacket. 63 degrees to me, you wear a little light jacket. So guys, drop it in the comment section. Why do y'all think Korra got all this big, thick, heavy coat in the house and says it's cold? I pull up the weather and it says it's 63 degrees in LA right now. Why do you think she dressed like if she going skiing? Drop it in the comment section. So if you got heat, then that's a concern also. Then something is not right because nobody dresses like that in the house when they have heat. Unless you have some type of anemia issue going on that you need to maybe see the doctor. I'm not saying she got anemia, any type of anemia, but I know my sister had, and she was always cold. So the weather for LA yesterday was in the 60s, like 63 degrees. 63 degrees is kind of chilly. For some people, it's very cold. I know I had a sister, God rest her soul, who had sickle cell anemia, and 63 degrees was extremely cold for her. You know, folks with sickle cell got to really warm up. Even in hot weather, they feel kind of chilly sometimes. So 63 degrees is kind of cold for some people. I'm not saying Korra have any type of sickle cell, but I'm just saying she is bundled up like if she's going skiing, okay? I mean, she's got to be very cold. Even she says it's very cold. It's Friday, but it's really cold. And this Friday, even look on by. But whether it's really cold or not, all I'm saying is she shouldn't have came on national TV with no bomber coat with hoodie over her head, like if she's freezing, because if those kids are there with her, her ex-husband can use it against her. So she's really got to be very careful. And somebody in her camp should have called her and say, listen, Korra, get off of the live with that bomber coat on, because this man is looking at every little thing. He is not playing. He's playing for keeps, okay? He is intending on taking those kids from Korra. So Korra really got to do her due diligence not to do anything that the judge, when she goes to court, that the judge can deem not in her favor. So Korra said you can pre-order her book right now on Kindle. So those of you who want the book, support Korra and pre-order that book. So this is one train that Justin Dean cannot stop. That book is coming out, whether he's going to file a lawsuit or not. For someone to tell you you cannot write a book because they're in the book and that person is only writing about the experience they've had with you. That's what's in the book. So they're writing their truth. It's kind of ludicrous to me unless there's something in the book that is so outrageous and egregious to the person. But the book is not out yet. So how does Justin Dean know that whatever is in the book concerning him is or could be considered defamation? He doesn't know, but he's jumping the gun. Don't want Korra to speak her truth because who feels it? No, it. She's the one who had to live with him. She's the one who put up with X, Y, and Z. She's the one who can come out and now speak her pain of what she went through in the marriage. He can do the same thing. If he felt as though she was not a good wife, a fair wife to him, did not act in accordance to what he feels a wife should be, he can get out there and write his own book and get it published. And I'm sure she's not going to contest it because that would be his truth. And you cannot stop someone from telling how they feel, especially if they're the ones who had to go through that experience. And like I said before, the only way you can stop them is if what's in the book is a bunch of lies, untruths. And then when the book comes out, you can take them to court to get the book pulled off the shelf and then file a defamation lawsuit. That's the only way. But the book is not even out yet and he is threatening to sue for defamation. What sense does that make? Anyway, YouTubers, that was Korra's latest video with her in this big white coat. Looks like if she's in Siberia. Drop your comments. Let me know what you think and feel. I'm over and out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to this video. Thank you for watching.